Hi, I'm Noelle Starr with Certix, and you are at the Certix tasting table. And with me today is my esteemed colleague, Bill McCleary, and we are going to talk about Chardonnay, and domestic Chardonnay in particular, and the different types of Chardonnay that are available, and styles, and the ways they're made. And really excited because I think you've got some great options here for people who love their Chardonnay, but are maybe ready to look at some other styles.
Well, I think everyone listening would know almost instantly that Chardonnay is as popular as any white around the world. It's certainly the most popular white grape that we sell here at Certix. We're going to look at 3 different Chardonnays, one from California, one from the state of Washington, and one from the state of Oregon. So we're covering the entire West Coast. But each one of these is stylistically a little different from the others.
Okay.
And so let's start with California, the Lohr. Lohr comes from Monterey, from the Monterey Peninsula, so we're south of San Francisco. We're into a climate that is just made for Chardonnay. It's close to the ocean, but yet you get plenty of warmth, and so the grapes grow nice and ripe. And if you taste this wine, or sniff or taste this wine, the first thing that you notice is that there's a nice color. You know this is a ripe grape in this wine, and that ripe grape leads to a nice caramely taste to it. There's just a nice waft of vanilla coming out on the aroma, and when you taste it, there's a creaminess that comes with a wine that saw wood fermentation in wood barrel, and also saw a lot of wood in the aging. That wood brings out a little bit of tannin, but it also brings out some of the carameliness that you find in this wine. This would be what most of our customers call a buttery, oaky Chardonnay. It's by far the most favorite style, but it's not for everybody. So let's move on to our second wine. Okay. And the second wine is coming from Washington. Okay. This is Hogue Chardonnay. By the way, all of these Chardonnays are about the same price, kind of in that 10 to 12 to 13 range. Right. So we're looking at like things here. When we get to the second Chardonnay, we're looking at a Chardonnay that is fermented in stainless steel. So there's a clarity to it that you didn't get in the first one. Sure. A kind of a crispness to it. And also, it does see some barrel fermentation. So the color is there a little bit. So you see stainless steel in the fermentation. You see wood aging in the aging of it. Sure. Smells a little bit sharp, a little bit more of a brightness to it. Not as spicy smelling. The stainless steel fermentation gives it a little more clarity, a little more pronounced acidity to it. A little more nuttiness on the taste. And it doesn't feel as heavy in the mouth as the first one. No, and what you're seeing here is a little more fruit coming through. Here's a little more caramely butteriness. Now here you're getting a little more clean, refreshing acidity that kind of balances. I really like this one. I think this is a fabulous one. Well, this is one of your staff selections from our fall 2013 sale. So obviously this is a wine you are a fan of. I like this a lot. The economy of this, the value in this bottle is wonderful. And Washington State is becoming very popular as well, so that's probably leading to more and more wines coming from Columbia Valley. And exactly. Hogue has been doing this a long time. They've been in the market making great wines for some time. I like the taste of both of these, but stylistically, this one shows you a lot more reserve in the ripeness, and a little more pronounced acidity to it. Absolutely. So now let's move to our third wine. Now we're going to go to Oregon, and this one by A to Z is called, on the back and front it says no wood, and so what they're saying is there's no wood in the fermentation process, there's no wood in the barrel aging. So this is one we would say is totally unoaked. Okay. So what you find in that type of a wine is one that has even more acidity to it, a little more refreshing crispness, and the minerality comes through. Look at the color difference from the Lohr. Let's just taste this.
It's delicious.
We've moved from tropical fruit to apple and pear to something that is more citrusy.
Absolutely.
And so each one of these appeals to a different taste.
And yet you still recognize that Chardonnay flavor, so it's not like it's a total departure from the varietal.
Exactly.
That's great.
You end up getting taste from so many different places. You get it from the soil, you get it from the climate, you get it from the vinification, how it's made. So all of these things factor into the differences in style.
Well, there you have it. So Chardonnay truly is for everyone, since each different winemaker, each different region will produce a Chardonnay in a style that will probably find something for everybody to like. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate this, and you can find all of our domestic Chardonnays in aisle 7.